Hello guys, welcome back to the channel once more. My name is Adam. In today's video, we are going to talk about UCL games that are going to be played today and also tomorrow, the second leg. In the first leg, we were also exciting games, a lot of goals, and also interesting performance from all those teams that played in the UCL. But then in today's video, I'm going to give you my prediction on the second leg. So guys, if you have not subscribed to the channel yet, please make sure to subscribe. If you have already subscribed, thank you very much. And may God richly bless you. So guys, quickly, let's jump into it and talk about the first game, which is Barcelona versus PSG. Barcelona versus PSG. In the first leg, Barcelona won by 3-2. And in that game, I was quite surprised with the performance from Barcelona because they were playing away from home. And you didn't even know Barcelona were playing away from home. They did so well defensively and also offensively. They created a lot of chances, and I just felt that they were unlucky in that game. The likes of Kubasi and Arroyo did so well in defense. Kunde, they all did well in defense. And also, if you look at Rafinha and in the game against PSG, he was on top form, scoring 2 goals in that game, and he picked up the man of the match. And if you go to the domestic league itself, Barcelona are just 8 points away from Real Madrid, who are leading the Spanish La Liga table, and it's not far-fetched. I mean, it's still reachable. So looking at this game, PSG on the other hand are doing so well in the French league. I think they have that on the lockdown because looking at the points difference and the games that are left to be played, PSG are going to win the French league. But when it comes to this one, this is where they have to really do well, especially in today's game. They are coming to the Camp Nou and they have to play very well. And this would be Mbappe's farewell to PSG before he leaves. And I mean, let's see what Mbappe will do, because in the previous game, in fact, in the first leg, he didn't really show up. He really didn't show up. Then we want to see more of Mbappe today. But then when it comes to my prediction, based on the performance of Barcelona in the previous leg, I'll still go in for Barcelona to qualify. Barcelona to qualify out of this. Yes, they have the advantage in the 1-3-2 in the first leg. I think playing at home, playing at Camp Nou, they'll have home advantage. They'll have the fans who support them. And I feel like they're playing very well as a unit. Ever since Xavi said he was going to leave at the end of the season, Barcelona are doing so well. But then my tip for this would be Barcelona to qualify. The next game would be Dortmund versus Atletico de Madrid. In that game, the first leg ended in a 2-1 win for Atletico de Madrid. They were playing at home. But then this is one game that I actually watched. And one thing I noticed was that even though Atletico de Madrid dominated in the first half, even early parts in the second half, getting to the close of the game, Dortmund nearly equalized, making it 2-2. They nearly did. They hit the woodwork. And we shouldn't underestimate Dortmund in this time. Even though Atletico de Madrid has shown us that they are resilient, they are doing so well. We saw it against Inter Milan, but they shouldn't underestimate Dortmund, because they actually did in the first leg and nearly got punished for it. But in this game, looking at the form of both teams, I'll go in for Atletico Madrid to qualify to the next stage, because Atletico Madrid are playing some good football this season, especially getting to the close of the season. But in their domestic league, where they beat Girona by 3-0 just over the weekend. They're coming into this game, they have a lot of zeal. They are optimistic just to win this one and qualify to the next round of the competition. But then with Dortmund, they are playing at home at the Signal Iduna Park. And I just know they'll come. The fans are going to support them. This will be one interesting game because they have all to play for. The point difference or the goal difference is just 1 goal. The goal difference is just 1 goal. So it could go anyway. But then my prediction would be Atletico de Madrid to qualify. They'll probably win this or probably play a draw just to qualify. That is just based on my own tip and on my own opinion. Now the next game would be Bayern Munich versus Arsenal. Bayern Munich versus Arsenal. In the first leg, it ended in the 2-3 draw. It was very dramatic and it was very unassuming. That game was one game that I was so surprised with the performance of Arsenal. And they followed up with another bad performance of Arsenal, where Aston Villa beat them by 2-0. And their EPL title race is in the balance, looking at their previous performance against Aston Villa. This looks like a team that is repeating what they did last season, where they crumpled getting to the close of the season. Now they are playing in the UCL and they are also playing in the EPL. And they are fighting for 2 titles. And we want to see them do so well. But then it looks like Arsenal are crumbling easily. And We just hope that today might look a bit different, because in their last 2 games, they have not won. They drew against Bayern Munich in the first leg of the UCL game, and they lost to Aston Villa. This is a game that they would want to win, but then they are playing away from home. They are playing away from home. And Bayern Munich, on the other hand, they have lost the German Bundesliga. Bayern Leverkusen have ended their 11 years dominance, so they are coming for blood against Arsenal. This would be one game that they don't want to lose, because they feel like they could go all the way and probably qualify to the semi-final. So they don't want to even play with this at all. So looking at this, I would tip Bayern Munich to win, looking at the fact that they have home advantage. Arsenal have crumpled in the last 2 games. Their performance have not been on top form as we used to see. But then I won't be surprised if this game goes to extra time. I won't be surprised if Bayern Munich versus Arsenal goes to extra time, because I believe chances will be created. I believe it will be an end-to-end game. I believe there will be goals in that game. But I also believe that any of these teams have the quality to qualify, because Bayern Munich, on the other hand, are inconsistent. Arsenal, quite of late, have been showing us that, they are breakable. So this will be a game where I will go in for Bayern Munich to qualify based on the fact that they are playing at home. But then Arsenal could upset. Now, the last game would be Man City versus Real Madrid, the big one. In the first leg, it ended in a 3-3 draw. A very exciting game by our standard, a very quality game, goals in abundance, chances created in abundance, a very nice game to watch. The second leg, I know is going to give more. And the second leg would be at the Etihad Stadium. And, Man City are really enjoying, this particular period, because currently they have the opportunity to sit on top of the EPL table, looking at the way Liverpool and Arsenal have dropped forms in their last games they have played. But then coming into this game, Man City would like to retain the UEFA Champions League title, and they are playing against masters of the UCL, which is Real Madrid. And it's just one thing could happen in this game. Any of these teams will go through. If you ask me for a tip for Man City versus Real Madrid, I don't know who is going to qualify right now. So I believe any of them is going to go. But then if you want to stake a bet or something, go on goals or corners. Because this game, both teams are going to lay it on the floor. Both teams are going to play to the best of their abilities. But then, do not rule Real Madrid out until this 90 minutes. This team just scores goals beyond imagination. And also with Man City, they lack, I think, looking at the squad that played last season and won the UCL, that squad is not there. This is not the Man City. That squad is depleted in a way. But then they find a way to win games. That's what people don't notice. They find a way to win games. You see them scoring from all angles. But then this game is going to be exciting. And my tip would be any of them to qualify. That would be my tip. But guys, this is where I end today's video on the UCL games. And let me know your prediction for who you think is going to win the second leg and also qualify to the next round of the UCL games down below in the comment. Thanks for joining me. My name is Adam. I'll make sure to see you in the next one. Charlie, and goodbye.